class 7 students te kan SS class te kan chunjom le to dona geography chapter 4 air borak chungchang kan zir don ani borak tangkai zia te kan chia anga poina hianin borak chungchang kan zir don ani. Our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air called atmosphere. Kan borak kan khovel hian tuam tu ania blanket anga tuam hlup tu hi ne tu atmosphere ni a. All living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. Thil nung zong zong hianin chu atmosphere kan borak hi nun na atanan panga. So it provides us the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. Khe kan borak hianin kan thok na tur atana thil tangkai tak ani a. Mi the khovela thil nung sang te thok the na tur ani zo kan borak chu borak de lovin kan to thailo tro chuanin it protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays ni zung ina harsat na sang te damlo na sang te athlen thei tur laka khanin kan borak hianin minlo him bokani chuanin without this blanket of protection we should be baked alive by the heat of the sun during day and get frozen during night. He atmosphere kan borak min tuam tu hi omlo se chuanin chuna ni omlain ni salut tukhanin min ti kang ve kanga chuanin zana ni omlo vele khanin kan vote khovot lutuk wang khanin kan khong vek theni. So it is this mass of air that has made the temperature on the earth livable. He borak wang hianin he atmosphere wang hianin kan khovel hi nun tlak na nun the na a lo siamani. Chuanin composition of atmosphere kan borak hianin kan borak ka hianin gas chi sang a oma chung te chu nitrogen oxygen te carbon dioxide te helium ozone argon le hydrogen te anita amar chu heng ho zinga hianin he tlai pie chart hi kan muem o le helai pie chart me che in akena hian heta hianin kan mu the angin oxygen hi 21% ania chuan nitrogen hi 78% ani nitrogen hi atom bera chuan carbon dioxide helium ozone argon and hydrogen are found in lesser quantities adang ho heng carbon dioxide kan ti te helium ozone argon le hydrogen te chu an claim zo kani okay chuan helai gas chi sang hi kan en thladona. Nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. When we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen in our lungs and exhale it. Nitrogen hi gas tamberan hi akan atmosphere hianin chuanin kan tholut ta kan thok lu khanin nitrogen kan tholut delta chuanin kan chuapa khanin luta chuanin kan thochuak le ta chuanin plants need nitrogen for their survival. Nim kan ti thing te hianin heng nitrogen te hi an ma ni nun chhuanan khanin an lo mammo ve ni chuanin bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. Bacteria kan ti na she kan ti hi thil tangkai lutuk ani a na thlen the tu ani ro hian thil tangkai lutuk hi ni tani bacteria kan ti heng leile roots thil zung thing zung alo om te khanin khang nitrogen kha nitrogen kha borak ka train an lo la a chuanin ti khanin alo siang danglama chuanin plants tan te thing te nim tan te khanin tangkai takin an lo siam ta kha thing le plants te khan an lo nge em ani mo chuanin oxygen is the most plentiful gas in the air. Oxygen kan ti chu kan chewanga chu atam ber dot ani a gas kan atmosphere hianin chuan humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. Humans kan ti chu mishing ani a animals suram sa kan ti ni ta chuanin heng ho hianin oxygen chu kan laluta mo kan tiang kan hi blue ta ni tiro chuanin green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Green plants ho nim shing hianin oxygen khan lo siam chuak ta chu photosynthesis line ani photosynthesis science in je to karinga photosynthesis is the process by which green plants make their own food with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. An ma ni le an ma ni ina cho anin siam the dan anin siam dan ni le chlorophyll mangin khamika photosynthesis chu ni tani. So in this way, oxygen content in the air remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. So hey, green plants le humans te chu kan in ring ton ta ni tero kan in ring ton ta. So in hemihim kan in ring ton awang khanin oxygen te lovin machine kan thei si lawa tin carbon dioxide machine kan thochwa ka chu kan in ring ton ani khami kha keima ni mishing te hianin kan chachawanga thingte kan kitna sa ema khami thing kan ki na satlo tu khachuanin he balance he ati boy theyani okay ati boy theya chu wangchon heta kan je chwa tu chu thing kan kat vak te tu lawa thing kan ti chereu te hianin mishing poi le ram kan khovel poi na sa takin kan khoi ani ti kha kan lo shat thar tur chuanin carbon dioxide kan en liang. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Carbon dioxide hi gas poi mo lutuk dangani ama khan nitrogen le oxygen kan soi to chuanin green plants use carbon dioxide to make their own food and release oxygen. Green plants te hianin plants how khanin carbon dioxide ka anma ni le anma ni cho siam nan khanin an lo manga chuanin khami mang khan khami nuwa tho khanin oxygen mishing ina kan mo atello kan thelo kha anon siam chuak ve tani chuan human or animals release carbon dioxide chuanin ram sa emo mishing emo in carbon dioxide kan pe chuak ti kha kan soi to chuanin the amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by plants, which make a perfect balance. Carbon dioxide formula to CO2 ani CO2 ani so an oxygen to O2 ani okay oxygen to O2 nita so an machine ina kan carbon dioxide produce le plants ina an oxygen produce kha in balance ani ti kha heta hianin ron soya chuanin however, the balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil. Chuan he balance he in tluk na hi ati buai theya ati cha the boka chu kan ti buai the dan chu ram kan ti kan na sat wang te chuanin oil kan ti ang chi fuels coal le oil kan ti ang chi thil hal na sat lu tuk wang te khanin he in balance na in tluk na hi kan ti che the ani. Chuanin they add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. As a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. Carbon dioxide khatia mishing ina he khovela kan thil kan ti kana kan hala rem te kan hala ti khanin industry atang te ten khu te lo chuak mu pakhang kha carbon dioxide te sulfuric acid kan ti mishing tana poilo to gas ron siam chuak tu anita khatyang alo chua tamnu tu khanin kan atmosphere khana tang khom thinta ni chuanin khanin kan atmosphere temperature te kha akhoi buaya chuanin kan climate te kan borak zongsok te kha akhoi danglam thin ani okay chuan structure of atmosphere kan atmosphere hi tihanin oxygen nitrogen khatyang kan chei ho zong ka khatyang ringot khanin omlowa chuanin thil sang stage sang in chenani layer sang an chena chung ho chu troposphere kan ti te stratosphere te chuan mesosphere te thermosphere le exosphere te ni chuanin he hian lo en ula anoi bera hianin troposphere omani anoi bera mi hi troposphere nia achunga mi hi stratosphere nia chuan adot lia hianin mesosphere nia chuan adot lia hianin thermosphere nia apon lang bera hianin exosphere omani chuanin he ngau hi pakhate tin kan en thadon nia chuan anoi bera mi mishing kan omna ti mera he anian bera mi hi troposphere nia troposphere chu kan enang troposphere this layer troposphere chu helai hi ni helai vel hi ni chuanin troposphere, this layer is most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 kilometer. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, and hailstorm occur in this layer ati. Chuan troposphere chu hela hi nita. Troposphere chu poimo lai ber ti la kan soi swal lawanga asan zong hi 13 kilometer velani a hela hi asan zong hi 13 kilometer a thui zong te pon yang chu hei 13 kilometer velani a hela hi troposphere hi. Chuanin the air we breathe exists here. Kan bo rock hi pakha helai troposphere hianin omani mo. Chuan almost all weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, and hailstorm occur in this layer. Helai kan deleting. Almost all the weather phenomena kan ti chuan sikle sa kan ti te heng tiang ho hi entirnan ra sur kan ti te chhum jing kan ti te real tla kan ti te heng tiang ang ho hi helai troposphere hianin mo helai noya hianin troposphere heta hianin kan mutheya kan feel theyani. Okay, kan chiang helai mishing omna chu troposphere he ni ta tiro ra sur kan chia vu tla te po kan chia tin real tla te tikhan chhum jing te po kan chia khang zong zong kha helai troposphere thil thleng hi ni. Okay, chuanin adot lia chuanin stratosphere kan en li ang helai hi 2 ti kan sia kang stratosphere chuan stratosphere. Above the troposphere lies the stratosphere. Troposphere chunga khanin stratosphere chu omani he troposphere ania stratosphere chunga troposphere chunga stratosphere kha omani. Chuanin it extends up to a height of 50 kilometer. Troposphere akha chuanin asanga 50 kilometer yani he asanga ni tiro helai troposphere akha chuanin 50 kilometer velani ta. Chuan this layer is almost free from clouds and associated weather phenomena, making conditions most ideal for flying airplanes. One important feature of stratosphere is that it contains a layer of ozone gas. Ozone kan siya nga tiro ozone is that layer of atmosphere layer. Ozone chuanin kami harmful rays ni atanga harsat na sang thlen tu tura tana min lo veng tu kha ozone chu ni tani chu ozone chu stratosphere layer a hianin kan muta chuanin he stratosphere a hianin weather phenomena sikle sa kan ti angte po kha helai stratosphere a hianin ala thleng vek ala hapena tila chuanin aeroplane kan aeroplane thona lai ni bokani he stratosphere a hianin chuan we have just learned how it protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. Kan soi to angin ozone kha chuanin sun ni zunga tangkhanin min veng hima chuan this layer is almost free from clouds and associated weather phenomena, making conditions flying ideal for airplanes. One important feature of it contains layer of ozone gas. We have just learned how it protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. To khalai kha ni lawin sununa kan dilide ni khalai khan aron soi tum chu helaya karon explain to thokhani ozone kan ti te harmful ultraviolet rays atanga min chan him dan te khani ta tin thlona mun te ni a he stratosphere hi chuanin troposphere ai khanin sang zo ka 50 kilometer velani. Okay, chuanin next ta kan kalang next ta chuanin mesosphere ni ta. Mesosphere, so this is the third layer of the atmosphere and it lies above the stratosphere. It extends up to a height of 80 kilometer and meteorites burn up in this layer on entering from the space. Mesosphere kan ti chu hela hi nita stratosphere chu nga omleta chuanin ani asan zong hi 80 kilometer velani he hela hi 80 kilometer velani ta chuan meteorites burn up in this layer. Meteorites kan ti hi classic sa khachuani in ziranga amairo chu kan zir chiang lo mai theya meteorites kan ti chu space a hianin dust te planet ke themleng velang te khan om thinta khang ho kha meteorites kan ti ang chu ni mai ta thenan thloka force sak de ten an run khovela run tla te pon oma khak te ho kha meteorites kan ti chu ni ta chung ho chu helai mesosphere ah hianin an omani okay chuan meteorites burn up in this layer on from entering from space chuanin khang ho meteorites ho kha helai mesosphere hianin a then de chu an lo puak ke a mo an lo puak ke a then puak ke lo te pon oma chuan helai mesosphere hianin sei to angin khang ho kha an leng vela tikhanin an om vela ni chuan dot le chuan thermosphere ni in thermosphere temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is a part of this layer and it extends between 80 to 400 kilometer. Ionosphere kan ti chu asang to hle thermosphere chunga hen ionosphere hi omle ta chu asang to ni chuanin the temperature rises very rapidly with increasing heat. Temperature ka asang to ni bokin chuanin soi to angin ionosphere kha helai layer a hen thermosphere a hianin kan hmua and it extends up to 80 to 400 kilometer somret atanga zali inkar velani a he thermosphere sanjong hi mo chuan this layer helps in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth is reflected back to the earth by this layer. Chuanin radio transmission ray shang kha he thermosphere layer a hianin a han chawa chuanin he thermosphere tang hian aron in reflect let thinani aron let thinani chuanin top ber exosphere upon lang ber helai hi upon lang ber exosphere chuan enge kan en leang exosphere. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as exosphere and this layer has very thin air. Borak kha to among lo ni exosphere hi chuanin light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here chuanin borak kha atlem to chuanin light gases helium le hydrogen gas zang de kanti hi ang ho kha he helai exosphere hianin an leng vela mo chuan ke ta van theng renga space a khanin he exosphere tang hianin a chho da china ni okay so the khan layers of atmosphere sang chu kan chethiamem ama saberin troposphere oma adot le stratosphere oma mesosphere chuanin thermosphere le exosphere teni ionosphere khachu helaya kan mu ang khanin thermosphere helai layer hianin omani okay. So let's get on to the next slide. Weather and climate. Weather and climate la shang lo te kan takin voina hianin when tang chuan weather le climate kha kan shang to donani weather is this R to R day-to-day condition of the atmosphere. A hot or humid weather may take one irritable. A pleasant breezy weather make one cheerful and even plan for an outing. Weather can change dramatically from day to day. However, the average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represents the climate of a place. Weather le climate kan ti chu entirnan avoina avoin chu khwawat hle me kan ti line atu ka kha chuan khwalo lum le thei ni tiro chuan khami kan soine tak kha weather kha ni tani thil in thak thil kholum le khowot in thak deu chen mo hun re lo zok soina khochin hun re lo zok soina kha weather ni ta amar chu climate chu heta kan hmangin the average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represents the climate of a place and tirnan aizol example alo mangta ila aizol chu ngopa ain avot ngopa ain alum te antichinta chu chung tiang khami kan soina atlang puya khami khochin tlang pui kan soina zo ka climate ani tani okay kan che thiamem weather chu ani bi anga khochin omdan kha weather ani ta chuan climate chu a khochin tlang pui soina zo kha okay weather and climate chu chuan temperature hi chu kan shet to anga temperature omzia chu the temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere temperature kan soi hi chuanin thil volt emo thil lum emo thil sa thil dai emo thil volt emo khatiang kan soi na kha ni ta chuanin the temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere ni tina kan lum kan ti dan te volt kan ti dan te kha atmosphere temperature chu ani mai ta ni atmosphere kha alumani chuan lum kan ti a atmosphere kha avo chuanin avo kan ti velia mo chuanin the degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature kan boruak lum na le vo na ron ti chiang tu ni lovin kan boruak lum le vot so in a temperature so anyway okay so an important factor that influence the distribution of temperature is insolation hi poimo chu kan boruak lum na le vo na ron tidang lam chin tu chu insolation hi ni ta ni insolation kan ti chu incoming solar radiation ni ta chu ni atanga lum na ron he khovela ron thleng ang kha ni ta ni khabi insolation khanin he kan khovela temperature alum le avo na kha aron khoi dang lam chin ani insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth so ita angin insolation chu ni atanga lum na ron lute radiation ron thleng te kha insolation so nita so the amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles so he insolation hi equator atang khanin poles atang kante khachuanin equator khachuanin insolation kha adong nemta amar chu poles kanti hetlaya chapter masa apo kan je polar areas kan ti chu avot khovot lai big vut lak na lai antarctica le arctic areas ho mo north pole le south pole khalai khachuanin insolation hi atlem bi kan ya om ja chu equator atang khanin poles atanga achuk equator atanga poles thlenga achuk emo achau khanin khami insolation kha atlem ve tialani okay equator atangin poles equator khanin insolation kharon lut nemta chuanin amairo chu poles athlen kha chuanin atlem to chinani okay so the next one air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight on the earth's surface air pressure kan ti chu borak in anor tot na khani me ta kha air chu kan chianga borak ania pressure chu thil nor tot entinan tuna bottle li lokeng tan I met fakta chan bottle kha song don ta ni tro khami bottle a song che khani pressure ri pe ti na ni ta chanin chu air pressure ani chanin borak in nor khom mo borak in nor tot angani chu air pressure tin ani meta so as we go up the layers of atmosphere the pressure falls rapidly chuanin tlanga te chhoila mo tlanga te hanlon chhota ila pressure kha khami kho borak in nor tot na kha alo niam chinani chuanin the air pressure is highest at the sea level and decreases with height sea level kan ti hi chuanin khovela mun diam lai ber kan soina chinani ta chuanin khatak tlanga ti soi to angin kan hanlon chho khani air pressure kha chu alo decline alo tlaniam chinani chuanin horizontally the distribution of air is influenced by temperature of air at a given place lesina ka soya khachuanin tlanga ti han chhota ila katita tero khala kha vertically ka soina ni ta tuna chuanin horizontally ti to ta horizontally income hemi air pressure hi in distribute in par dana khanin he air pressure hi in khati in par khanin kan temperature kan sik le sa khovel lum na le vo na khanin mo borak lum na le vo na khanin he air pressure hi ati danglam ve ani so in areas where temperature is high the air gets heated and rises mun luma chuanin borak kha alumani tro kan sei to a so this creates low pressure area khamia khachan horizontally zo ka khachuanin khang ho khanin air pressure kha ania mani low pressure area kan ti ni ta chuan low pressure is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. Low pressure hmuna chuanin cloudy skies mo chhum jing le khonong ang khan a thin ani. Chuan in areas having lower temperature, the air is cold. Chuan temperature vote chuanin boruak kha a vote vele ta in opposite le chani chu chuanin amairo chu air pressure kan ti kha a rit big ta ni. Chuan heavy air sinks and creates high pressure area. Chuan khami heavy air boruak rit mo enge boruak in nor na kha atam bika chuanin air pressure kha boruak in nor na kha asang big kani. Chuan high pressure is associated with clear and sunny skies. Chuan high pressure area sa hi chuanin khwate athianga khwate afai ani. Chuanin the air always moves from high pressure areas to low areas. Chuanin kan cha tu chu boruak hi high pressure atangin low pressure a chuk ta thin ani. Okay, chuan achuk tha ti la o high pressure atangin low pressure akal thin ani. Chuanin tuna chuan wind kan sayang wind chu enge kan ti chuanin thli ni mai ta ni tro. When the movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area is called wind. Ama kan say to angkhanin wind kan ti chu wind kan ti chuan the movement of air from high pressure to low pressure. Ama kan say to angkhanin boruak hi chu high pressure atangin low pressure akal china a in thak china ni. Chuanin the movement of air he boruak kan boruak high pressure atanga low pressure atang a in thak khanin boruak che khanin thli kha asiam ta ni. Chuan winds can be broadly divided into three types. Thli hi chithum angan chenta chu pakhat na chuanin permanent winds anita. Permanent winds, the trade winds, westerlies and easterlies are the permanent winds. Heng ho hi clipping and nitamo trade winds kan ti the westerlies the easterlies hi heng ho permanent winds anita. Chuan they blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. An thod dan he thli thod dan hi chu kumtlani ne in angani heng permanent winds ho hi chu. Okay, chuanin seasonal winds kan ti hi chu these winds change their direction in different seasons. Seasonal winds kan ti hi chu seasons entinan thasik te nipui te rasur hun lai te khang tiang hun sang mil khanin heng thli hi chu an thod dan kha adang lamani. Alright, for example monsoons in India entinan helaya heng ho wind hi chuan heng ho wind seasonal winds hi chuanin nipui lai a thod dan le helaya thasik lai a thod dan kha chu ain ang lawang khang ho kha seasonal winds kan ti ang chu ni ta an thod dan in ang law ka ti khanin an direction an direction kan ti chuan an hoi zong te tin an thod na dan zong te po khan yang chu khang tiang ang ho kha ain ang lo ani. Chuan local winds kan hmule ta local winds should they blow only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. For example, land and sea breeze, it is called lu. Heng local winds kan ti hi chu mun pakhata mo ten mun pakhata khanin heng local winds ho hi chu an thode ubik ta mo kum kum khata khan enge mo hun lai big khanin chuanin khang kha chu ming dangin lu te pon titan it is also called lu ti hi lu te po antita. Chuanin for example land and sea breeze te hinekina achiang zokin kan la soyanga chung ho chu local winds kan tiang chu ni. Okay, chuanin next chuanin moisture chu mizo tong chuan nong ani mai ta nong na te pon yang chu moisture. When water vapor evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Helaya ka draw hi lo en ula het laya mi ho hi tui lo ni ta se chuanin helai tui atang hianin tui hu ang hi lo chuak thin ani entinan bela tuin lo chuang ta chuanin tui bel kha in thin ta ni chuan in hon le khanin bela khanin achina zoka khanin tui bol tek te lo chinang tiro khang kha water vapor ani ta ni okay kha khanin evaporation asam ti na ani ta chu heta tui hi a om ta ni chuan kan khovel te sikle sa te kholum lu tuk ni te khanin heng tui hianin vapor hu hi anon pe chuak chin ta ni chuanin chu evaporation kan ti ta chuan tui hu apek chua kha kan atmosphere a khanin hetian kan borak a khanin aleng kwal vel ta ni mo chuanin khami tui hu apek chua kan khanin kan atmosphere kan borak a aleng kwal awang khanin kan khwa te kha atnong chin ani mo chuan kan khwa atnong kha chuanin hei mishing te kan thlana kan thlan te hianin kan ban chup chin hi te ro khang hawa khanin I mishing te tan khan hei nuam lo enge nuam lo de te khan achangin khotnong le vapor tamna kha chuan kan chin ta chuanin puan phote kan insu ka puan phote kha anro hara chan chu bora ka khanin water vapor tui hu tiny droplets of air tiny droplets of water angkha an tlat chin wang khani tani mo chuan as the air gets warmer its capacity to hold water vapor increases and so it becomes more and more humid chuan kan khwa kha alum tul enge alum tikhana ron lum tul ta chuanin khang ho wang khanin kan bora khanin water vapor khamit nong kha alo tingi kan tiang alo vong mo alo vong ti la o kan sai swala wang chu sanin khami wang khanin kan khwa kha nong tel chintani chuanin so on a humid day clothes take longer to dry and sweat from our body does not evaporate easily making us feel very uncomfortable chuanin khang tiang wang khanin puan kan phote kan insu kan phote kha alo ro harta tin kan thlan alo chwa khanin evaporation te kha a ngal thelo chinta te su mishing tan te khanin thil shi te khani ve thei chin ani he khonong wang hianin okay moisture kan ti wang hianin chuanin when the water vaporizes it starts cooling the water vapor condenses causing formation of droplets of water clouds are just masses of such water droplets when these droplets of water became too heavy to float in air they came down as precipitation chuan khang water vapor it starts cooling chuan khami khotnong kan ti water vapor tui hu kan ti bora ka kha alo vot ta chinta alo vot ta tia chinta chuan khang water vapor kha condensation na mo a in siam le ta science in zir to mo he hi chuan khami khanin formation of droplets of water khami evaporation kha condensation khanin a in thak le ta chuanin khami khanin chhum a siam ta ni chhum kha siam ta chuanin khang chhum a siam atang khanin ro kan ti precipitation kan ti ang hote hi aron thleng ta chinani precipitation kan ti chu ro te po ni theya vur te po ni theya tin real tla te po ni theya tin hail snow kan ti hemi vur ni si pattern nal deu kan ti ang chi mo khang ti ang ti khani na ron chin ta chu evaporation khonong wangte chuanin condensation wangte in khang precipitation kan ti ang khan chin ta ni chuanin precipitation that comes down to the earth in liquid form is called rain chuanin precipitation kan ti tui khami khonong mo tui hu ron kan khovel kan ne lunga ron tla kan don ang chi ho khatiang atui chi ang kha ro kan ti chu ni tai so most of the groundwater comes from rainwater and plants help preserve water so groundwater kan ti heng le noya tui ang chi hi ro atanga kan mu tlang puite ni ta chuanin plants help preserve water and when trees on hillsides are cut rainwater flows down on bare mountains and cause flooding on low-lying areas. So adin thing le nim kan ti ho ang chi ti hianin hang rainwater ro te kha an lo khol khom ve a tin an lo man khom ve ni okay chuanin heng thing te a big takin tlang pangami te kan ki te khanin khami tuilo la khom tu tuilo phwar khom tu tur kha an om ta shin lawa chuanin khami wang khanin hun niam zo ka om te tan khanin tuilian te kha alo om na sa chin ani. So on the basis of mechanism, there are three types of rainfall: the convectional rainfall, the orographic rainfall, and the cyclonic rainfall. So in rainfall kan ti hi chi song song in chen leta convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall anga te hian in thedani. Okay. Chuanin khang ho usong khani ta voina kan class chu shethiam lo om te ni chuanin milo zo tanga note te kanin pele don ya. Okay. Okay, thank you class.